So the next thing that happened on Saturday night's main event, we get to the next match of the night. It was the Intercontinental Champion Dirty Dominik Mysterio versus Penta versus Rusev in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Now this match, it was a pretty good one. It was back and forth between all three of these guys in this one. During this match, we actually see Dominik grabbing a steel chair, and then he tosses it over to Rusev, and he lays himself out, pretty much thinking that Rusev's going to get disqualified. But then the referee looks at Dominik and tells him that, it's a triple threat match, so there's no disqualification. And then Rusev starts beating the hell out of Dominik with the steel chair. So yeah, that was pretty funny there. But then we see Dominik getting taken out with a Mexican Destroyer by Penta. And at one point, Penta hits the Penta driver on the Rusev. He pins him 1, 2. Rusev barely kicks out at 2. Penta then climbs up the top turnbuckle. He jumps off, but he gets caught in midair with a Machka kick by Rusev. And then after that, we see Rusev locking on the Accolade onto Penta, trying to make him tap out. And then we hear the bell ring, and then Rusev thought that Penta done tapped out, and Rusev thought that he was the new Intercontinental Champion. But then the referee tells Rusev that Penta never tapped out, and then all of a sudden Rusev looks in the timekeeper's area and he sees Dominik Mysterio with a hammer after he rung the bell. So Rusev gets mad, he goes over there, tosses Dominik over the barricade and stuff. He's beating the hell out of him. Dominik still got the hammer in his hand, but then Dominik manages to push Rusev into the steel steps, letting him out. He gets into the ring, he tries to hit Penta with the hammer, but then Penta manages to get the hammer out of Dominik's hand, and then we see Penta try and hit Dominik with the hammer, but then Dominik ducks it, and Rusev was actually behind Dominik, and he got hit with the hammer instead. Dominik then grabs Penta, throws him shoulder first into the ring post, taking Penta out, and then Dominik climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumping off with the frog splash onto Rusev, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Dominik Mysterio defeated Rusev and Penta tonight in a triple threat match to retain the Intercontinental Championship. That's why they're a pretty good match. So for that match, I'll give it 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give it a good match between all three of those guys there. But yeah, Dominik Mysterio retains the Intercontinental Championship tonight on Saturday night's main event. Like I said, great match there. But yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, still to come later on tonight, we're going to be seeing CM Punk versus Jey Uso in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Still to come later on tonight on Saturday night's main event. But next, we're going to be hearing from John Cena announcing his final opponent for December 13th edition of the show. So yeah, that will be up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Till then.